Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is going to get us copyright.
Watch the show.
No.
It's the Tryforce.
I have made an effort to, I think, bring the stars together, the stars aligned, to bring you some bizarre stuff today, because I had a very bizarre thing happen to me today that I wanted to talk to you about.
All right.
Right. So I don't know if you are also a chronic putting things offer, but that is me to a T. I will die before I self-improve. It's annoying.
I literally today was like, you know what? I just completed a whole week of a course. I don't have to start week 2 until week 2. I know what you mean. I'm the same exact way.
Yeah. So I've had a screen protector on my phone that's been cracked for a very long time.
Hey, me too.
Cracked. Yeah, like cracked enough to look like is like, okay, buddy, like you should just get this thing. And I was like, right, like I was doing statistics in my head. I'm like, a good 91% of the screen is protected still. But I had kind of my body had an enemy stand moment today.
Oh shit!
Because I went to put my phone in my pocket. Suddenly, I feel something stab me in the leg.
Oh no!
Right. So my body goes like, ow, essentially. I pull out my phone. I see there's a new gigantic crack in the phone screen. And it looked like a saber. It looked like it had a kind of like a blade to it and a point on the end. And I'm like, well, ow. I told my co-teacher, I'm like, hey, I just stabbed myself in the leg. I'm in a good degree of pain, so I'm going to go to the bathroom now and check that out, because I think I might be bleeding. And she's like, all right, yeah, totally. And I go, and sure enough, there's a blood stain on my underoos, let's say, and it bled into the pockets of my jeans.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, this is all my fault. This is like the strangest situation I've ever been put in because I put something off. So... yeah, I just remember feeling the pain and being like, something's wrong. I had that kind of moment that there's an enemy stand going on.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about? Is it weird that this is another addition to the C and Z lore where we're actually the same person but on different timelines?
Yeah, different frequencies for sure.
I have a stand adjacent moment with my phone screen protector as well. Did I ever tell you the story of how I got the first crack on this thing?
No, please.
So it's
what an obscure tale. I can't wait to hear it.
It's super weird. So I work security for a hospital, and unfortunately, in my list of duties, it means escorting people to wherever they need to go, and sometimes that place they need to go is the morgue of the hospital.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So I brought somebody in there because they were doing an autopsy, I think, or something like that. I'm not involved in any of that. I bring them there, I shut the door, I leave. So I'm outie. I don't want no ghosts. But unfortunately, a ghost is exactly what I got. I went inside and I was just settling everybody. I was settling everybody that was there in. And I didn't touch a single thing in that room. Not a single thing. And to dispel another rumor, my keys were in my locker at the time.
Okay,
so I had
no possibility of them entering this story.
Nothing in my pockets, just phone. I went in there with my phone completely intact, and I came out, and there was a fracture and a hole in my screen protector.
Oh, no. 20-second TO. I don't like that at all.
I looked at this, I'm like, how did that happen? And it's still there today. It's literally like a piece was lifted out of the phone protector. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I was looking around. I was like, is there a priest anywhere near here? Like, can I talk to someone of a spiritual nature? Like, do I need to throw my phone into a ring of salt? Like, what do I gotta do? Like,
is there a monk? Anyone?
Is there a monk, a rabbi, anybody? Literally anybody.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's spooky as fuck. I don't like that.
And every time I look at that, I'm like, that a fucking ghost did that. How about that?
Fucking ghosts. Speaking of ghosts, we got punch ghosts.
Yes,
we got stands.
Violent ghosts.
Punch ghosts. Let's do it. Last time we were talking about JoJo was a while ago, and that's fair because we've got a lot to cover and a lot to chat. But I think it was time we checked back in with the Italian mafia real quick. Last time we had the Mista and Sale fight with Kraftwerk, where he was stuck to the truck, and there was the whole rigmarole with the truck driver, and the boys get their first mission from the boss, which is where we're going to pick up tonight.
I was thinking about this exact episode today, like earlier today, and I was just like, I was thinking about the fucking scene with the guy where he's tapping on the bullet, and I'm just like, what? That is probably the most anime bullshit I've ever seen in my whole life. Like, that's something that 13-year-old me thought about, like, oh, this would be cool for my Sonic OC to do. Like, I just, oh my God, I'm sitting there playing this whole episode in my head. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, good shit. Yeah, no. Kraftwerk is it gets a C from me. It's right in the middle there. It's so fun. Funny. It's fun. It's done well. I just think overall it's weird, and I think the stand design leaves a little bit to be desired. But I'm gonna go
the complete opposite, where it is like it's done terribly, but it could be such an amazing stand. What motherfucker takes a bullet and just taps on it with his little fingy? Like, why would you not hit it harder to accelerate the process?
Just get a Muhammad Ali combo on that thing.
Why would you waste the time? Why would you do that?
Yeah. It's like the time lock in Breath of the Wild. Dude.
God, what a terrible person to have that stand.
Right. So we're here in the island of Capri because Bucciarati has a bunch of money stashed away, which is where we're going to start up here. With episode 9, first mission from the boss. Bucciarati's group are reunited on Capri and are approached by Pericolo, one of Passione's capos, disguised as a janitor. I suppose initially he is designed as a janitor before he switches outfits.
Is it weird that, like, when you were saying all of those names of places, like, my mouth filled with the taste of tomato sauce?
That's the kindest thing anyone's ever said about me. Thank you so much.
Like, I smelled basil as you said
Mind
that.
You, baby. Let's go. You know what? That's the kindest thing anyone's said to me in a long time. I appreciate that. I've yet to seduce you with my bolognese. I've got plenty. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I mean, I really liked the fact that, obviously being Italian and very, very stringently Italian on both sides, I loved this season. I thought this was fun, and Rocky loves Italy, so that's.
As a half Italian, I very much enjoyed this as well. So
listen, we love everybody. We dislike a certain group of a couple of groups of people, but overall, I think they've earned it. Yeah, and this is. I'd like to think that I know for a fact that this is hilarious. That I want to say that, like, Benito Mussolini probably had a stand. Like, I want to be honest, like, with you. If, like, doing this, if this happened, like, whatever.
He might have had a stand. It might have been like Kraftwerk. Just sitting up at the podium. Oh my God, that would have been the perfect stand for him to have because all the hand movements.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So, we're on Capri, the island of Capri. It's where the pants come from, Colton.
Oh, amazing.
You know what I mean?
I was singing that song in my head. It's like on the Isle of Capri. Like,
Yes!
I was singing it as you keep saying it. I'm like, he's doing this on purpose, isn't he?
I am doing this on purpose. Yeah.
Thank you, 165-year-old that listens to the show.
I'm just gonna aggressively pronounce Italian this entire episode.
I'll be able to hear your hands. I want to hear it.
Exactly. Bucciarati hands over the treasure, which was hidden inside a urinal. He used Zipperman to hide it in, honestly, the place I would never look for money, even if there was money, which was inside a urinal. And Pericolo names Bucciarati a capo in control of Polpo's turf.
I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but it is very funny that he hid gold in the urinal.
No, it's genius. It's really genius. It speaks to the fact, like, 300 IQ plays all over the place.
It's unfortunately thematic. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Gold.
Everybody,
guys, gold. Yeah. It's the color pee-pee.
Oh, that's where you were going. I was honestly still working on that.
You were climbing the tree. The fruit's at the bottom, my friend.
Yeah. Just examining the bark on that one.
Absolutely. It's in the roots. Like
his first task, basically the gang's first task, is to protect Trish Una, daughter of Pasione's mysterious boss, from a hitman team from within the organization that has turned traitor and seeks to learn the boss's identity so that they can depose him, get rid of his ass. So we enter a lot of, this is like, here's the plot, boys. Like, here it is on a plate. We got to protect Trish from the hitman team, or as they're called, the squadrista. So
why does everything in Italian sound so cool?
Yeah, we're lovely people with a lovely language and not a lovely history. Shout out to Rome.
I mean, as a half Swede, I can sympathize.
So Trish is like, just kind of typical girl, pink hair, doesn't have a stand at this time, and the boys got to keep her safe. Back in Naples, Formaggio, one of the traders, manages to locate Narancia while he is shopping for supplies. He engages Narancia and concludes that Bucciarati's group must be guarding Trish, the daughter. Narancia tries to dispose of Formaggio with his miniature airplane stand, Aerosmith, which is, you know what, Colton, quick cue. What's your feelings on Aerosmith?
On Narancia's stand?
Yeah.
I love it. I think
you really like it, dude.
I adore it. Like, that's so cool. Like, I think that, like, the whole thing that it doesn't go by sight, it doesn't go by smell, it goes by, like, I think it's like, what, carbon? It goes by the amount of, like, you're breathing.
Right. Breath. It goes by breath, people's breath. Yeah.
So cool. Like, that's amazing.
It's a good scout stand. It can go far. And it also has a pretty solid combat ability. Like, it's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
It's extremely useful in this situation where the enemy stand makes himself smaller so that the little airplane can make big bullets.
Right.
It's like, I don't know why you would think to do that. As an enemy stand user, you see a tiny plane and your instinct is to make yourself smaller? Like,
pretty dumb. Pretty dumb, bro.
That's just dumb.
Pretty fucking stupid.
Dude!
But I'm going to talk about that stand in a second. But, like, I also have to shout out Aerosmith for, like, later causes, like, a very, very plot-relevant point to happen. Like, without its intervention, it would not happen.
I even love its English name, too. Like, its Japanese name is Aerosmith. Lil Bomber. I love that.
Lil Bomber.
I love that. That's so cool.
Little Bomber gets a B from me. It's all right. It's charming. Okay?
Charming is the right word. But, like, I don't know. There's something eerily scary about, like, cartoonishly named shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with a man who I cannot see named Lil Tony. Like, I don't want to mess with that guy. That man will he will have me in cement shoes in 2 hours.
Right. He's gonna Ant-Man my ass. Yeah, 100%.
He will erase me from history. I will have no historical footprint if I mess with Little Tony. Like, I don't want to do that.
He'll wipe the records.
Yeah.
Really clean.
I will not exist anymore. I don't want to do that.
Speaking of Little, Formaggio uses his own stand-in response. Little Feet. Little Feet is one of the only stands to be known. But no, I love Little Feet, but in the English, it's Tiny Feet. Like, it's like he had to do so little, and it still works.
My favorite like translation names is when they just go a little more intense. Like when in part 4 it was Bad Company, they've made it worse company. That shit kills me.
No, that's awesome. Yeah,
oh god, I love when they just dial it up one, just boop. Like, oh, so funny.
Right, so this motherfucker uses Little Feet or Tiny Feet to shrink himself and hide in Narancha's pocket, which brings us to episode 10, Hitman Team. Narancha discovers that he is slowly shrinking due to a wound that Little Feet has inflicted on him.
Oh, man. You know what? By contrast, I do want to throw hands with Little Feet. You know what I mean?
He's a cool-looking Stan. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, if somebody was nicknamed Little Feet, I could throw hands with Little Feet. You know, I have no problem giving him the 5-knuckle shuffle. That's fine.
I don't know, but you might learn why he's called Little Feet. You might be using them feet.
I might learn, but I think I might be okay because they're little.
Right. They might be a little, yeah, but they might be fierce.
That's true. You know what? That's fine. I can do that. Nicole is small and fierce. I can handle that.
When Formaggio prevents him from using a public telephone to call Bucciarati's group, Narancha realizes that Formaggio is nearby. Narancha uses Aerosmith to relentlessly track Formaggio and forces him down into the sewer. In a flashback to 2 years earlier, the Hitman team, which is composed of a bunch of amazing characters that we're going to get into.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was talking about it with Abby earlier after we finished part 5. Like, Diavolo, overall, kind of underwhelming. Like, I'm not going to front. But the Hitman team, fire.
Yeah.
Like, very fun. The whole squad is very fun. The Hitman team realizes that 2 of their members, Sorbet and Gelato. I love it. I cannot help but love it.
And Formaggio is cheese.
Formaggio is cheese. Sorbet and Gelato is like ice cream and like Italian ice. Yeah. They're all named after food.
I love it.
Oh my god. And some of the best food too. Oh my god. I love gelato so much.
Oh god. I just realized cheese has little feet. Oh no.
Yeah, little feet cheese.
Nope. That's toe cheese. That is a toe cheese joke. Yeah. Nope. I'm good on that.
Little feet cheese.
Ew. Ew.
Hey man, I got some fucking some good old fashioned blue going on down here. I'll tell you what.
I'm putting my food away. I'm putting it away.
So Sorbet and Gelato went missing after trying to discover the boss's identity, and this shit is wild. Formaggio found Gelato dead with a note reading, quote, punishment. And later, the team was anonymously mailed frames holding Sorbet's dismembered remains.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, they turned this man into like a stack puzzle, essentially.
I can't. You know what? If I have to die, I hope it's this way. I hope that like you have to assemble me. Like that's OP. Like that's crazy.
Wait a minute, that goes down here. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh my God. What an over the top way to kill somebody.
No, that's Italian mafia to a T. That's how extra we are. 100%. Yeah, that's
like,
hilarious.
Man was literally like deli sliced and put into sheets of glass. There was like 100 sheets of him.
Yeah, there was like something like crazy. There was like boxes and boxes of him. Like that's
oh my God,
wild.
the shipping cost
like,
alone. You know, like,
he paid for shipping on that.
He paid for shipping for glass and human remains. That's so heavy.
I'm a fucking make sure that your ass is mailed next day delivery.
Let's assume each of the glass panels are like 600 pounds because they probably are. And then like a 200-pound person, 600 times 100, that's 6,000 pounds. That's 60,000. That is 60,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, man. I mean the shipping, the freight cost alone.
Oh my God. He had to be transported by fucking train.
The group consequently abandoned their plans for advancement of finding the boss's identity, understandably, until they learn about the existence of the boss's daughter, Trish.
I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but I just thought about it. Like, what if they lost like 30 of them or something? He's just like parts of him missing. He just looks like he went through like one of those TikTok filters, like where he just like, you know, stretches you out, but like the opposite.
Right.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Yeah, like they're like, what do you mean it's lost in transit? Like,
his head's just like missing the middle of it. Like, oh God.
Diavolo's like on the phone with like a customer service. Like,
yeah, you don't understand how important this is. Like, just
they have to have the chest. Like, it's very important.
600-pound glass panes. How did you lose them?
King Crimson. Back in the present, Formaggio deduces that Aerosmith detects its targets by their CO2 emittance. Colton, give yourself a gold star, my friend.
Yeah, baby.
Formaggio attempts to escape among a group of rats, only to become the target of Aerosmith yet again, due to the heavy breathing of the rat that he is riding on due to the extra weight. That shit was fucking dope. Like, he was like, I've got you. I've won. I'll escape. And he just gets fucking lit up by Aerosmith's guns. And it's like, I knew it. Like, that one rat was breathing heavier. It was carrying something. It was you. Oh my God, dude.
That's so crazy.
JoJo Asspole wins. Like, I'm just like, I vibrate into another dimension. I'm like, let's go!
That's the coolest thing about these people that like are these stand users is that, you know what, they're weird and goofy, but they're incredibly intelligent.
Right.
Like, that's such an insane thing to look out for. And you know what? It gave them the win. Like, who the fuck would think of that?
Also, Narancia is like 16. If not for Giorno, he's the youngest member of the Bucciarati gang.
Dude, I don't know, man. I was the smartest I ever was when I was 18, 19. Like,
facts.
You know what I mean? I have progressively gotten dumber since I hit 21.
Because you've had to work. You've had to work. You've had to be. You haven't had free time just to pursue your education.
Exactly. And
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
As much as when I was a kid, I used to think all adults were smart. I'm like, wow, none of us are.
I didn't know how dire the situation was.
Yeah, really, it's dire.
It's pretty bad out here. So he survives an attack by reverting to his original size, as Aerosmith had also shrunk along with Narancia, and its smaller bullets had smaller effect, essentially. All right, so yeah, because he like ass pulls and like makes himself bigger as soon as Narancia starts firing more in order to like kind of tank the damage.
Yeah, that's also pretty smart. You know, maybe not shrinking when the enemy stand is a small airplane.
Yeah, pretty dumb. Pretty
all right.
Dumb. That brings us to episode 11, Narancia's Aerosmith, or as you let loose earlier, Narancia's Little Bomber.
I love it. I love it. I really love it.
There's also apparently a name for the pilot that's in the bomber as well. If I
There's a
remember
pilot in
correctly.
there?
Apparently, I think if you could JoJo Wiki while I'm doing this, that would
What?
be pretty good. Yeah, no, dead ass. Go through there.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I gotta find that.
A flashback shows that Narancia's mother died from an eye infection. He ran away from home due to his father's neglect. Falling into a bad crowd, he was arrested after his friend framed him to the police and was abandoned by his friends after being released. He nearly died from the same eye infection that killed his mother. Homeless on the streets, by the way.
Oh
But
my God.
But he was rescued by Fugo and Bucciarati. And we see Fugo and Narancia interacting in like kind of the first time we see the gang, so we know that they're pretty tight. But we now see that this is like Fugo forcing himself into the lore of the story while he can.
Oh my God. Yeah, really. Honestly. Oh, Fugo. What did they do with him?
Woof. We're about to hit his episode, like the one episode that they use him.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, there is a pilot in there.
Yes.
His name is Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, bro. Let's go.
And that is all we know about him.
Aerosmith, right? Yeah, that's funny as fuck.
I guess so, but like, that's so weird.
No,
like,
that's funny as hell.
Does he like eject? Like,
Nah, he's just in there. He's chilling in there. Like,
oh my God.
I like to think one of Keicho Nijimura's bad company soldiers went AWOL and became Aerosmith.
I would adore that.
Hilarious. Formaggio traps the miniature Narancia in a bottle with a spider to interrogate him on Trisha's whereabouts. Fucking, what a crazy scene. A crazy scene. Narancia and the spider, that is nightmarish, bro. For like a 16-year-old to go through, that's nuts. I would crush every spider with like a baseball bat covered in barbed wire for the rest of my life.
Oh, dude. Oh God, no. I'm good. I am like, I'm okay with spiders. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
They're freaky, you know, but I'm just sitting here like, nah, nope. If I had to fight a spider the size of like a Mini Cooper, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, especially you would lose. You would lose.
Yeah, with like what? He had a shard of glass, I think.
Something like that. Something
Yeah,
crazy.
like, oh my God.
However,
GTA Brawl a fucking giant spider? No, thanks.
Yeah, no, it's giving shalab. Like it's no thank you. Like. However, Aerosmith had earlier riddled a car with bullets, and the car suddenly explodes, scorching Formaggio and returning Narancia to his normal size. Formaggio shrinks himself. Pretty OP play here, using his own blood to extinguish the flames engulfing him, and attempts to escape under the smoke affecting Aerosmith's radar.
Wow.
Fucking crazy. This
What a
fight
move.
is so intense. Like,
Yeah, I mean, Formaggio, the smartest, stupidest person in the show.
right.
You know, like,
Kind of like
crazy.
smart user, okay stand. Like, you know, like.
Yes, exactly. This is a perfect example of a very smart user with a decent stand.
It's all right, you know. For however, Narancia causes more explosions surrounding Formaggio with more fires and forcing him to reveal himself. The two have a final standoff, resulting in Narancia killing Formaggio. Which I must say, he goes, I think it's vola, 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 instead of the traditional, rush sounds.
Yeah.
We had the audio. No, we don't have that yet. That's in the Grateful Dead fight in a couple of seconds. But he goes volare via, which means let's go flying in Italian, and that shit went really hard. I loved it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much.
Whew. Yeah, no, I liked this fight. This was a good episode.
It was a great episode, and you know what? As I rewatched it, I'm like, how must it be to come out of like whatever restaurant you were in and just see that your car and every single other car on the street is just incinerated. There's like there's literal air raid like scorch marks everywhere. Like, and you're like, how did I miss that? Like, how is it just in the street?
Right, you know, it's like isn't broken any mirrors, it hasn't caused any shrapnel, it hasn't hurt anybody. No,
Nothing.
yeah.
It's
Love
localized entirely on this street.
Love JoJo. Love it. Absolutely love it.
God.
So we haven't talked about why Naranj is by himself, actually. He volunteered to go get Trish some stuff. So all that stuff is fucking gone. But he goes back to the vineyard that they're hiding out at anyway, where Bucciarati receives instructions from the boss to travel to Pompeii and retrieve a key near a dog mosaic for a vehicle which can escort Trish to safety.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, Trish, dude, like, like come
Yeah.
on. You know, I get, I was a teenager once too, and I'm like, I can't live without these things.
Yeah.
But like, you gotta, like, I was also a teenager in a, like, sheltered home. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. You know, like, she's definitely a character that is hard to like at first, and is probably written that way, you know?
Yeah. Very much so.
So yeah, these guys keep getting these like cryptic emails from the boss and like are being, you know, have to do these roundabout fucking crazy things to go get them, and now they need to go find a dog mosaic. It's a lot. Colton, we got the first mission from the boss. Let's get
Oh no.
the second mission from the boss.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our boss.
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what
Oh,
Reigns asked us to do, really. We'll pretty much do whatever they say. So
I don't know if we're supposed to talk about that.
I don't know. Episode 12 is called The Second Mission from the Boss. Giorno, Fugo, and Abacchio arrive in Pompeii seeking the key. They come across a strange mirror, and Fugo is suddenly dragged into a mirror world by Hitman team member Illuso and his stand Man in the Mirror, otherwise known in the English dub as Mirror Man, which I'll say, you know, B pluses across the board. Man in the Mirror.
Mirror Man's a cool name, though. I would love a superhero named Mirror Man.
Mirror Man. You know, there's Mirror Master. He's a Flash villain for sure. He's cool. A lot of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Man in the Mirror, I like the design of it. It's a little like weird, like kind of goth dinosaur looking thing.
Yeah.
But Man in the Mirror and Illuso is really, really cool. Fugo summons his stand for literally the first time ever and the last time pretty much in the series, Purple Haze, named after the Jimi Hendrix song. But it appears in the real world where Giorno and Abacchio are, instead of in the mirror world where he is trapped. So
It's such a cool stand.
oh my god, Purple Haze could have been used so much better.
I love a poison kind of villain. You know, I love like a chemical kind of character. Does that make sense? Like a chemical poison kind of character?
Poison is your favorite Pokemon type, if I remember.
It
correctly.
is. Like it's just like it's so cool and usually very effective.
Yeah,
like it's so cool.
Yeah, no, it remains deadly for a reason.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Purple Haze, like this is pretty much this in the next episode is its episode. So this shows you all of what could really happen with Purple Haze, and I'm sad about it forever.
Yeah.
Okay. A flashback explains how Fugo's pent-up rage led to a violent incident with his father that led him to be disowned by his family and eventually join Bucciarati's group. As Purple Haze begins to emit a deadly virus from... Oh, no, wait. I think it was his, like, teacher or something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't think it was his family. I think he got kicked out of school, and then his parents were like, "Nah, fuck you." Like,
and he was disowned, and then he joins the Bucci gang. As Purple Haze begins to emit a deadly virus from its fists, Fugo has it smash the mirror as a message for Giorno. Giorno remains determined to save Fugo despite Abacchio's command that they find the key and flee. So when Fugo gets pulled in, Abacchio's like, "Look, I like the guy, but sucks. We're here to do a mission. Like, we can't have, like, emotions in the way. Like, we're in the mafia. And he's like, nah, man, we're going to save Fugo.
I mean, as a mafia boss, that's the way to do it. You know, when you're a criminal, the job is the most important thing. And I get it. I get both sides of it. But at the same time, I know Bucciarati wanted to save him. Bucciarati's got a heart. You know, it's literally on his fucking chest. But he's got a heart, you know?
A good one. Like that.
I mean, as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, ooh, opportunity.
Oh, I nailed it. Fucking got him. Fucking got him. All right. So I forgot.
That's the kind of joke. That's the kind of joke I'll be looking at myself in the bathroom mirror later going, yes.
Just shadow boxing like
Nicole's like, honey.
Right. You've been in there for 20 minutes.
I just told the sick joke on the podcast.
That was the best, baby. So I forgot that Purple Haze also has a dumb American name, which is Purple Smoke.
I mean, sometimes it just gotta tells it like it is. You know, it's smoke, it's purple. There you go. What do you want?
What the fuck ever, really? At this point, like, whatever. You know? Oh, my God. So we've got episode 13, Man in the Mirror and Purple Haze, as well as Mirror Man and Purple Smoke in the English.
I believe, if I remember correctly, Man in the Mirror was an early Michael Jackson song, right?
Yeah,
like,
I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Yeah, that's the right.
Man in the Mirror and Purple Haze may have been on the charts at the same time. I'm gonna look that up.
Ooh, fun. Well, Jimi Hendrix experience, perhaps. So in episode 13, Bacchio attempts to retrieve the key from the dog mosaic, but Illuso uses a nearby piece of mirror to draw him into the mirror world. Bacchio tricks Illuso into taking his stand Moody Blues into the mirror instead. But
no. Yeah. No. They were 21 years
I was about
apart.
to say the 70s, like late 60s.
Maybe a cover of Purple Haze was on the charts.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, this guy left some mirror out in order to fuck around and find out with anyone that ran around into the room, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's a really cool trap stand. You know, I like a good trap stand.
And this is quite the trap. He leaves half of Bacchio and half of Moody Blues in each world, rendering each powerless. In desperation, Bacchio cuts off his own hand, enabling Moody Blues' hand to grab and deliver the key to Giorno. Wild.
Crazy.
Wild.
And I love how, like, in all of these adventures, Giorno is just like a non-issue to these people.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
He really is like a background non-motherfucking factor, it seems.
He is and he feels like a background character until the literal end of the show.
When he then goes on to surpass every other character that's ever been on this
It sucks. I'm like, Giorno, do a thing. Do a thing.
No, man, he'd be doing some stuff later on. Like, you know,
later on, yeah, but like here he's just like Fugo. And like, do something about it, motherfucker.
Yeah, for real.
You have a stand. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's about to do some shit real quick right now. So yeah, he's half and halved real quick in every, but he got the key to Giorno. However, rather than flee with the key, Giorno allows himself to be dragged into the mirror world by Illuso, which obviously fucking infuriates Bacchio so much.
I thought Bacchio was gonna have a stroke.
Yeah,
I thought he was just like gonna kill over right there.
Really bad. Oh my God. Giorno reveals that he had infected himself with Purple Haze's virus and has now passed it along to Illuso. Yeah, man did not stay 6 feet apart on that. He is
no.
in. To save himself, Illuso escapes back into the real world, leaving his infected arm in the mirror world, just like he had kind of cut off Abbacchio earlier. However, of course, Giorno had earlier used golden experience to turn a brick into a snake. The snake brick is so stupid looking. It's so funny.
It's so dumb. Like it just couldn't be it just couldn't turn all the way into a snake.
It's like a fucking copperhead snake with a full industrial brick.
It's like they literally baked a brick around a snake. Like, why would you do that?
Stupid. Oh my god!
The problem, what would have absolutely killed me is if, like, while it was moving, they made like the brick sliding.
So the snake tracks Eluso's position, enabling Fugo to follow and kill him with purple haze. As Eluso dies, Fugo, Abbacchio, and Giorno return to the real world, where Giorno uses the snake's antibodies to cure his own infection before tasking Fugo with treating Abbacchio's wounds. So,
oh yeah, didn't he like, oh yeah, I infected this snake, and because snakes are snakes, they make antibodies.
They make anti-venom for sure.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So stupid.
What a stretch. You know, I had to kind of phone it in there at the end, but I love it.
They really had to phone it in there. Imagine if that worked like that. Guys, you could just take a snake and put any virus in it and it just spits out the cure.
Put a fucking puff adder in a blender and just take care of it. Make sure it hit pulse, you know? We've got the next episode.
If that was the case, I'd agree with anti-vaxxers.
They're gonna put blended snakes into our vaccine.
They released the COVID snakes.
The COVID cobras, please. Thank you very much.
The COVID cobras, yes.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna die.
If cobras are a thing, yes, you will. I
Oh
agree.
god, that's the final boss strain.
What's the name of this episode? It's COVID cobras.
COVID cobras.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Well, we've got Mon Ami. Oh my god. Woo. Okay. Episode 14. We got express plane. Plane. They're not taking a plane. Express train to Florence.
I think planes by definition are express.
Yeah, I guess that's as express as you can get. Bucciarati's gang follows the Key's instructions to drive to the Naples railway station to find the vehicle that it unlocks and use the vehicle to bring Trish to Venice. So, overall, what a weird time, really. There was directions on the Key to try to find the railway station. It's like Clue to try to find this motherfucker.
I mean, I get it, but like, Jesus Christ, there's no like standardized way of like mafia communication? Like,
It's just
God.
It's just riddles all down the line.
Oh God, that's such a pain in the ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least like when you give your subordinate a mission like that, fucking give him a hint.
Right.
Like, you know, just be like, hey, if you come up against this, this is probably what you could do.
It's like,
bye-bye.
it's like, I need you to protect my daughter, the most precious thing in the world to me. The crow calls at midnight. You know what to do. No, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, actually.
Sir, something might surprise you. No, I don't. I got nothing.
Right.
That's it.
So,
And crows don't call at midnight. They're asleep.
whew. Meanwhile, two members of the Hitman team, Prosciutto and Pesci. First of all, gotta shout out Prosciutto, one of my favorite villains and one of my favorite Italian foods as well. So, gotta love it. And Pesci just means fish in Italian.
Yep.
So that has to do with his stand as well.
Why? I just need to know. I'm gonna quote Rain on this one for Pesci.
Yeah.
Why he look like that?
Why is this man a pineapple? Yeah.
Why he look like that? Why he look like this?
Yeah, no. It's a question that I don't think will be answered. But then, like, I look at people in part 6, and I'm like, okay, nah, I see that. He's wanted to do this from the start. Like,
he just looks like a cucumber with arms.
There is no chin. There is absolutely no chin happening.
It's a straight drop. He looks like if Diglett put on a suit.
Right. Yeah, no.
It's awful.
Yeah, not good. Not great. Unable to unlock any of the keyholes he finds at the specific location written on the key, Bucciarati notices a land turtle with a key-shaped indentation in its shell named... folks at home, I want you to do a quick game with us. Think about whatever you think this turtle could be named. Do 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 do.
You know what? We'll come back after an ad break. After the ad break, think of a turtle.
Okay, great.
Think of a turtle name. That's not what I wanted to say. Think of a name for a turtle. Just think of a turtle.
Think of a turtle.
Simple.
Any turtle. Think about what this turtle could be named.
We'll be right back.
Are you good? You need to do something?
No.
You just thought this would be funny?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back in.
I don't think we've never announced an ad break, so I just kind of want to see how that works.
Love it. Okay, whatever you're thinking, it's not. Like, just overall, it's not.
Throw it away.
This turtle's name is Coco Jumbo.
Coco Jump. That's a great name for a turtle. I don't know. You know what? As I've been playing Pokemon more, I've been trying to come up with more creative nicknames for all of my Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I think if I catch a Torkoal, its name is going to be Coco Jumbo.
Coco Jumbo.
I love that.
However, if you catch a shiny Torkoal, which I know is what you're currently doing, all the shiny hunting
Oh,
in your
yeah,
stream,
baby.
If you catch a shiny Torkoal for me, if that ever happens, just letting you know, I need you to name it its American counterpart to Coco Jumbo, which is Coco Large.
I forgot about that. Coco Large.
Coco Large. Yeah.
Coco Large. Like, who is responsible for Coco Large? I'm naming a Coco Large. I'll name a shiny Torkoal Coco Large.
Thank you very kindly. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So Coco Jumbo, unfortunately, is going to come back into this story at the 11th hour later on, and I cannot wait to talk about it. But overall, he's the homie, and we're going to figure out what he's doing.
Oh my god.
Bucciarati and his crew board the train with the turtle and insert the key into Coco Jumbo's shell. This activates its stand ability, Mr. President, which folds them into a furnished room inside its body. It's really inside the key, but, whatever.
Oh my god.
I forgot it was called Mr. President.
It's so Coco Large and Mr. President.
No, I like to switch
New
it.
on
Mr.
TBS.
President Coco Large.
Mr. President Coco Large tonight on TBS.
Dateline. Oh my god.
Dateline. Oh my god.
When Prosciutto and Pesci board the train, they are unable to locate the others as Coco Jumbo is hiding under a chair, keeping Bucciarati's crew safe. That sounds like a line from a children's book. Coco Jumbo is hiding under a chair.
And Herman the worm came in looking for him.
He wriggled his way in and asked.
Oh my god.
In order to find them, Prosciutto activates his stand, the Grateful Dead.
Oh yeah.
So cool. So fun looking. Such a crazy power, which spreads a gas throughout the train that causes everyone to rapidly age. Horrifying. A horrifying power. So scary.
I made a joke about this to my dad, who's like the biggest Grateful Dead fan I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm like, I told you, simply being in the vicinity of Grateful Dead music ages you. It's just what happens.
Right. They're just sucking your youth.
It's just literally what happens.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And we do have to talk about the American name for the Grateful Dead, the Thankful Death.
Yep.
Oh my Lord.
I love the copyright safe Grateful Dead.
So good. Although the turtle is barely affected by the gas, Narancia, Fugo, and Giorno quickly age. Giorno notices that Bucciarati, Mista, and Trish are aging slower than the others. Seeing that they have all had cool drinks, Giorno smartly deduces that the aging gas is less effective on those with cooler body temperatures. Wild.
That's so weird.
Wild.
Like, I just, how do you think of that? Literally, how do you think of that?
I don't know, but Giorno is really smart. He's great at like figuring out enemy stands. Like,
oh yeah,
probably better than any other protagonist so far. Like, I don't know, maybe
easily.
So, although the turtle, I read that already. Sorry. Seeing that they have each, I read that too. Mista exits the turtle to find the stand user, but when he tries to turn on the air conditioning to cool the room, his finger is immediately hooked by a fish hook by Pesci's fishing rod stand, Beach Boy. I can't remember what the American name for this.
Baby, beach, baby. Oh, that's literally the wrong song. Oh Jesus!
Give me some Beach Boys. You're fine, buddy.
No, that wasn't Beach Boys. That's a song. Okay, music nerd time.
Here we go.
That's a song. That's a song commonly thought to be by the Beach Boys, but it is actually not. Let's see. I should no. I'm not good at singing any Beach Boys songs, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to embarrass myself live on air. Yeah, God forbid I would do that.
God only knows.
Oh, there it is.
Which was using the machine's button as bait. So somebody, like, obviously, if somebody figured it out and tried to lower the temperature, Pesci was right there with Beach Boy. And I can't remember. I think it would be hilarious if its name was Ocean Man, but I don't think it.
Ocean Man.
Oh my God. Yeah, so we're gonna go up against the Grateful Dead Part 1 and the Grateful Dead Part 2, and then I think we might get out of here for tonight. But this is so much fun on the train. Like, it's very like old school, like on a train heist kind of style.
Yeah, Wild West type brawl shit. I love that.
Cool. Beach Boy's hook makes its way through Mista's body towards his brain in episode 15. Mista has Sex Pistols find Pesci and shatter the ice he was using to keep cool and prevent the Grateful Dead's effect. Panicking, Pesci drops his grip on Mista and exposes his location. But a disguised prosciutto, having aged himself artificially with his stands, launches a surprise attack on Mista.
That's so smart.
So crazy. Like, he acts like this old man, like, please help me. Like, I can't chew my food. And he's like, dude, I don't have any time for this right now. Like,
yeah.
Right. Wild, dude. Absolutely wild. Yeah, no, it makes sense. And then he's able to just kind of like go back. Like, he's the one in charge of the power. So he can probably just help himself back out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He could probably help everybody else back out, too.
Prosciutto instantly ages Mista before firing 3 bullets into his head. Thank God he didn't do 4, leaving him for dead.
Yeah, right? He would have gotten back up from the grave and be like, fuck you, fire one more.
One more, come on. Prosciutto and Pesci then head to the driver's cabin, where they eventually do find Coco Jumbo. However, Mista is still alive, thanks to his Sex Pistols stopping the bullets from penetrating his skull. That thing that your brain is stored in.
The brain case.
He sends pistol number 7 to deliver an ice cube to Bucciarati. This allows Bucciarati to launch a counterattack against Prosciutto. However, Bucciarati's movements warm him up and increase the aging effect. Yeah, so they like kind of like Misa's like, I'm out, but Bucciarati's really good at this, so I'm gonna help him out.
That's so crazy that like well, it's true. It makes sense. Like it okay. When I try to tell people to get into JoJo, they're like, I only know it from the memes. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's gonna make more sense when you watch it. But now actually rewatching it, I'm like, this shit doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, no. And that's the best part is that like it really doesn't have to. It
doesn't make sense at all, but it makes sense within the it makes sense. And the JoJo writers are so smart in the fact that they know their audience can only work in 30-second increments.
Yeah.
And if it didn't make sense if it makes sense in the last 30 seconds, it makes sense in the current ones. And then it doesn't have to for the future ones.
Yeah, nope.
As long as they work 2 30-second increments ahead, they will never reveal that this shit is bananas.
Right. Yeah, they love it. And then they pick a random spot in the lore and they're like, but this happened.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, man.
They just look for an open port in the story and just plug that shit in.
Prosciutto grabs Bucciarati, but he quickly unzips the cabin and drags himself and Prosciutto off of the moving train to protect his crew. Whew.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Fight outside the train now. We've got episode 16, our final episode for tonight, The Grateful Dead or The Thankful Death, part 2. Pesci catches Prosciutto with Beach Boy's line, but Bucciarati uses the opportunity to grab onto the line himself and knock Prosciutto off the train. Prosciutto, however, survives and gets caught under the train's carriage, causing the Grateful Dead to remain in effect. Yeah, he gets fucked up, but he keeps on keeping on in order to keep the Grateful Dead in effect.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy how persistent this guy is.
And his outfit slaps. Obviously, he's the older brother, so he's a little mean to Pesci. But I've been playing the JoJo fighting game, and they are actually a package deal. They're like the same character. They're kind of like, you can use them at the same time. So, I love that. This fight is so much fun.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so fun to watch all the way through.
Yeah. As Bucciarati makes his way back on board the train, Pesci becomes emboldened by his brother Prosciutto's sacrifice, shedding his cowardice and becoming ruthless. Pesci has Beach Boy travel through Bucciarati's body in an attempt to pierce
the
Bucci body. In an attempt to pierce his heart. In order to save himself, Bucciarati remains still and uses sticky fingers to split himself up into pieces, even splitting his heart in half so that Pesci cannot find him. Whoa.
It's so cool.
Yeah, the scene filled me with such extreme dread. like,
yeah.
It's really hard to watch. Yeah, whenever Bucciarati does shit like this, I'm like, ew, 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 ew.
No.
It's just part of me is like, no.
Imagine touching your own heart.
No thanks.
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna
good.
purposefully stop my heart real quick. Pull the JoJo real quick.
Literally.
Giving up on his search, Pesci stops the train, giving Bucciarati time to revive himself and put himself back together. Bucciarati emerges from the stopped train and faces Pesci, where Pesci nearly manages to pierce Bucciarati's heart. Sticky Fingers uses Beach Boy's line and uses it to twist Pesci's neck. Oh my god. When his neck was broken but he was still alive. Oh.
No, I'm good.
Damn. In his last moments, Pesci attempts to crush Coco Jumbo with the crew still inside. But Bucciarati stops him by unzipping his own arm so that it can punch Pesci. Man delivered the hands from 30 yards away.
Absolutely insane.
And that leads to the famous beatdown where he screams, Ari, 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 Arrivederci, which is very obviously goodbye in Italian.
Yep.
Or farewell,
It's
rather.
so I love what they do. Like in older JoJo's, they didn't really do this, but they have this like Persona 5 like postcard screen at their final hit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh my god, you're so right.
I really like that. I really enjoy it.
Wow, that reference hit very deep for me. Jesus. Yeah, no, it's true. They're a lot more dramatic. They're a lot more fabulous in this season, I think. It's awesome.
It's really coming into its own. It's really realizing what it is and why people keep coming back. And that's just, it's a chef's kiss.
Right. Prosciutto also succumbs to his own wounds and dies in the carriage, causing everyone to revert back to their normal ages. In the aftermath of the fight, Bucciarati discovers that Trish might just have stand powers that she is unaware of. The theme is soon trailed by the next member of the Hitman team, Melone, who will pick up with episode 17 next time.
Oh, is this the creepy one?
Melone and his stand, Babyface, otherwise known as Babyhead. Sounds like a schoolyard insult.
I was gonna say I'm going to call somebody Babyhead and see what they do.
You fucking Babyhead.
They're gonna be like, what?
I'm gonna drop that on a student. They're gonna be like, what? Quit being such a babyhead, bro. Like, relax.
That could derail a whole conversation.
Like, wait a minute. Roll it back. What did you just say?
That's one of those insults that stops the fight.
Right.
Like, just from pure confusion.
Yeah, the guy's just pissing himself laughing. That's why. Oh my god. And I feel like every time we talk about JoJo, we piss ourselves laughing because this shit is
100%
crazy. And thank you so much for another opportunity to talk about it.
Oh yeah. Thank you for doing this. This is so fun, dude. I can't wait. You know what? You know who we should probably get on for the next JoJo episode? We should talk to Jiggy.
Jiggy Nachos. Right, because we're gonna get into episode 17. That is like that's where we start to do the Gachio stuff. We're gonna start talking about King Crimson in a little bit. There's a lot of stuff, and we are on episode 17 of 39. So there's a lot to talk about here. So yeah, we can definitely get Jiggy on. And thank you for reminding me that I have to talk to Jiggy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But guys, thank you so much for listening. This is a lot of fun as always. Oh, you can check me out on Twitch at C Easy Special. Go check it out. Or you just type in a C Easy Special on Google. I got a link tree, so I got a lot of stuff with that title.
Right.
I got to put my TikTok in there now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, you've been making some funny ass Pokemon TikToks recently.
Oh yeah, dude. They blew up for some reason. And I'm like, has it been this easy? Was it that easy?
Because they're funny. They're funny. That's why.
Oh my god.
And the millennial references are really kicking it.
Oh, absolutely.
You can find me on the internet at various places, excluding Z-Form Arts. Please come on in, get some commissions in my inbox, please. Thank you kindly.
Hell yeah, and well, that'll do it. And to quote Rain, tune in next week for
something else.
Let's go.
Good night, everyone. Good night, stand users.